Good day, children. I'm Patricia Dominic here with your English grammar lesson. Our topic today is agreement of subject with verb. It is on page 74 till 76 in Junior English by Hayden Richard for class 5. Children, remember in the last lesson we learned about verb, its definition, and did some practice to use verb in a sentence. As you all know, the definition that verb is a word that shows action. When we use these action words or verbs, we have to mention the time of the tense of the sentence or whatever we are telling about action when it take place. We have to tell that. For this reason, we use different forms of verb in different sentences of different times. Over here, some regular and irregular verbs. Children, there are so many verbs and they have their own forms. For example, to act. To act is an infinite form of the verb, and it is used when we are not supposed to tell about the time. Then act is used in present tense when we have to tell that the work is done or the work in the present time. Then the S form for the third person, we use the verb with S, acts, and it is used with the third person singular, he, she or it. He acts, she acts, or it acts. Then acted, it is the past, it is used for the past form, and then acted for the past participle and acting for the present participle. So again, the other verb or the example of verb is to cut, but it is an irregular verb which we use the same in all types of tenses or in all times: present, past, indefinite, or present indefinite. In all form we use cut. Cuts for the third person, cut for the past form, cut for the past participle, and cutting for the present participle, where we have to tell that the work is going on, continue. Then to take, it is also an irregular verb because it have different forms in different times. Take, takes, took for the past, taken for the past participle, and taking for present participle. So these are the different forms of the verbs. There are so many forms of verbs. We will tell you in another lesson when we do the tenses. Over here our topic is agreement of subject and verb. Children, we must be sure about that the subject of the sentence is agreed with the verb. So we have to see what subject is. The subject of a sentence must always agree with its verb in number. If the subject is singular, then the verb must be singular. And similarly, a plural subject takes a plural verb. For example, over here we have to find the subject, where the subject is. The boy goes to bed early. Here subject is boy, goes is verb, and then to bed early is the other part of the sentence. So the boy goes to bed early. Here the subject is singular, so the verb will be goes. As I told you that if the subject is third person, then we will add s with the verb. And if the subject is plural, the boys go to bed early, then the verb will be used here as go. The boys go to bed early. Children, to make a meaningful sentence, we have to use helping verbs. Here in this lesson, we will practice some helping verbs and the verbs with it and the subject with them. The helping verbs are is for singular, are for plural, was for singular and were for plural. Is and are used in the present tense of the sentences, and was and were is used in the past form. Now here, the use of singular helping verb is. The price of pears is too high. Over here the subject is price. Price is singular. So the helping verb will be singular. The price of pears is too high. The prices in that shop are ridiculous. Here the subject is plural, so the helping verb will be plural. The prices in that shop are ridiculous. And if subject is collective noun, then also we have to see which helping verb will go with the subject. The class was warned not to throw stones. Over here the class is a collective noun and it is used as a unit. So here the class was warned not to throw stones. But in the other sentence, all the classes were warned not to throw stones. Over here we are not talking about one class, but we are talking about more than one class. So classes is plural, so the helping verb will be plural. All the classes warned not to throw stones. Another sentence, the council is to meet next Thursday. Here council has so many members in it, but over here it is used as a unit. The council is to meet next Thursday. Over here the subject is singular. In the next sentence, the council are unable to agree. Over here we are talking about the members of the council. So the subject is used as a plural number, so the helping verb will be plural. The council are unable to agree. Sums and quantity as subject. When we have sums and quantity as a subject, here look at the example. Sentence number 1, 20 pence was all I had. Pence is a currency. So here 20 pence is count as a unit. So as it is counted as unit, so we will use singular form of the verb, helping verb, not the plural, not were but was. 20 pence was all I had. Number 2, 6 months is a long time to wait. Over here 6 months is not mentioned, we are not mentioning all 6 months separately, but we are talking about the season which has 6 months in it. So the 6 month is used as a unit over here as a singular subject. So is will be singular, as a singular helping verb will be used here. 6 months is a long time to wait. Not are but is. See the next sentence. Measles is an infectious disease. Measles is used as a singular subject. We are talking about one disease. Measles is an infectious disease. See the next sentence. The news was better last night. Over here the news is used as a singular subject, so was will be used here. Now see the subject with two nouns. Health and happiness are priceless. Here health and happiness, though in between and is used, and health and happiness, two different topics, not similarly as one or have the same meaning, but health and happiness are two different issues, so we will use are as helping verb here because the subject are in plural number. Health and happiness are priceless. Second sentence, see, when the subject consists of two or more nouns joined by and a plural verb is used. Now second sentence, bread and butter is eaten at most meals. Here bread and butter are used as one meal. Okay, it is used as one meal, so it is a singular subject. So is will be used here. Bread and butter is eaten at most meals. Have you understood? If the two nouns are considered as one thing, then the singular verb is used. Okay? Next. Or and nor. If the subjects consist of two nouns joined by or nor, the singular verb is required. You can see either the boy or his sister is telling lies. Either the boy or his sister is telling lies. If the subject consists of two nouns joined by or nor, the singular verb is required here. Now the next sentence is, neither Amy nor Joe was at the party last night. Neither Amy nor Joe. We are talking about two singular subjects here, and here we will use singular helping verb. Children, now it's time to do exercise. This exercise is on page 76 and the number is 89. It has 20 sentences and we will practice 10 sentences here. The builder dash his work very thoroughly. Over here the builder is singular subject. So what we will use? Does. Does is a helping verb which is used with third person singular, not do. Do will be used with the plural subjects. The builder does his work very thoroughly. Number 2 is mumps is a very painful ailment, like we did in the examples when we said read measles is an infectious disease. So here also mumps, though it is in plural number, but we are talking about one disease. Mumps is a very painful ailment. Sentence number 3, the boy comes to school early every day. The boy is singular third person, so we will not use come but we will use comes. The boy comes to school early every day. Our dog likes bones. Dog is third person and it is singular. So we will not use like, but we will use likes. Our dog likes bones. Number 5, the boys come to school early every day. Here the subject is plural, so we will not use comes, but we will use come. The boys come to school early every day. Number 6, all dogs like bones. Like over here the subject was singular, so we have used likes here. So over here the subject is plural, so we will use like over here as a helping verb. Number 7, the box of blocks was dropped. Though over here blocks is used, but we are talking about the box, which is singular. So the helping verb will be singular. The box of blocks was dropped. Number 8, doesn't the sky look beautiful today? Over here doesn't will be used in the sentence because the subject is sky and it is singular. Doesn't the sky look beautiful today? Number 9, the children always put their books away. The children always put their books away. Over here the children is singular, plural number. So put will be used here. The fish and chips is a popular meal. These are two nouns and they are joined by and, but they are considered as one meal. So the fish and chips is a popular meal. So children, now I hope you have understood how to use different helping verb with different subjects. Here's your homework is. Your homework is that you will do the same exercise which is on page 76, but you will do the next 10 sentences from number 11 to 20 in your copy. And children, I hope you all are doing your homework, all the homework in your English language copies from the beginning of the lessons. So far it is 7th grammar lesson, and you have to do all the homework of previous lessons and this lesson's homework in your English language copy, and marks will be given on the work done in the copy. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe.